DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Live proudly, boldly, and with peace of mind by advocating for your health with an early cancer screening. The LGBTQIA+ community is at higher risk of cancer, but screenings can detect cancer early when it's most treatable, giving you the power to live exactly as you are. Talk to your healthcare provider today. If you don't have insurance, talk to a nurse navigator to see if you qualify for free screenings.
Property tax assessments could become the norm for Delaware. Plus, unregistered voters can now hit two birds with one stone at the DMV. And do you think you could score well in the SAT now? Well, we'll tell you about a company that will pay you $1,000 just to try. Those stories and much more straight ahead tonight on DETV News. Hello and welcome to DETV News. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks for joining us today. Detectives in Newcastle County are asking for your help in a suspicious death investigation after a body was found in the area of Governor Prince Extension and Forest Avenue in Claymont. It happened Monday night around 8 p.m. when police said the investigation is of course ongoing, and they asked with anyone that has information about the discovered body to contact police at the number seen on your screen. To Dover now, the Delaware House has passed a bill that would enhance the funding source for the state's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline to allow more residents to receive necessary and behavioral health care. House Bill 160 would implement a 60-cent monthly surcharge on each residential or business phone line, as well as wireless phone line. Under the bill, the funds collected through the surcharge would specifically be earmarked for operating the 988 system, which provides support for Delawareans that are experiencing behavioral health crises. Currently, Delaware's crisis lines handle about 25,000 contacts. Through those, state officials expect those numbers to increase due to the greater need for behavioral health services. The bill now heads to the Senate for consideration. The Wilmington Police Department is reminding the public about the state and city laws that regulate the illegal use of dirt bikes and ATVs. They are urging people to report any illegal activities involving these vehicles, including their location and storage, by calling the police department using the crime tip hotline seen on your screen. You do have the option to remain anonymous in reporting. State law requires registration for off-highway vehicles, which includes dirt bikes and ATVs. The City Council passed an ordinance that adopted the state's definition and settling regulations regarding the use, possession, and registration of these types of vehicles. Violators of the ordinance may face civil penalties, including fines and vehicle confiscation. The police department will continue to enforce this ordinance, as well as other relevant state laws pertaining to off-highway motor vehicles. And if you're not already registered to vote here in Delaware, it might happen automatically the next time you go to the DMV. The Delaware Department of Elections is implementing automatic voter registration for certain DMV customers. Starting yesterday, everyone who completes certain in-person or online applications and is not already registered to vote will automatically be registered on their next DMV trip. Those applications include driver's license, learner's permit, or ID cards, name and address changes as well. The Department of Elections will verify customers meet age and citizenship requirements before they register new voters. It's important to note that this new process is only for first-time voter registrants only, so it's only for those who have not yet registered to vote in the state of Delaware. Once the automatic registration happens, new voters will be marked as unaffiliated. Those individuals will then get a form in the mail asking them if they want to opt out of their automatic registration, and then come primary day, those who were automatically registered are able to pick up their party affiliation at the polls and vote that same day. Voters can contact the Delaware Department of Elections with any questions they have about this process, and more information is available at elections.delaware.gov, or you can call the number seen on your screen. We've all heard of the show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? But would you be confident if you were pitted against an 11th grader nowadays? Learner, a virtual tutoring company, wants to put this theory to the test by paying an adult to take the SATs. For a second year in a row, one adult will be awarded $1,000 from the company to see if a person in the workforce can score as well or better than the average high school student on the SAT. The national average SAT score last year was a 1050, according to the company, and they're looking to hire what they call a confident, can-do attitude individual to put their brains to the 3-hour and 15-minute test. The selected participant will take the practice SAT exam because Learner is not an official SAT proctor and will complete only the multiple choice portions of the test. Now, this practice exam will be administered in accordance with official exam rules, allowing breaks throughout the total exam time. The chosen candidate will be able to take the test wherever they choose. Once completed, $1,000 cash could be yours for the taking. Think you've got what it takes? You can apply online by filling out an application by the deadline of July 7th. And the State Division of Public Health has reported the first case of rabies in an animal here in Delaware this year. A rabid groundhog was found near Bringhurst Woods, right off of Washington Street Extension and Carr Road. According to officials, a person and their dog had been exposed to the potentially rabid groundhog last week in a residential neighborhood. Now, the groundhog was said to be tested positive, and state officials recommended the individual and their dog receive treatment. Public health officials are also asking anyone who thinks they might have been bitten, scratched by, or encountered a groundhog or feral cat in that area to immediately contact their healthcare provider or DPH rabies program at 302-744-4995. Officials say that this is the first confirmed case of rabies in the state this year, after having tested 75 animals for the viral disease so far. And Delaware counties will likely be required to conduct property assessments every 5 years. This following a court-ordered reassessment set to end in 2025. House Bill 62, sponsored by Representative Wilson Anton, has passed the Senate and awaits Governor Carney's signature. The bill aims to address funding disparities and inequities in Delaware's public school education system caused by lack of regular property reassessments. The reassessments will determine property values, which impact local school taxes and funding. By establishing a clear timeline, Delaware aims to promote fairness and equity. The neighboring states of Maryland and Pennsylvania already have similar reassessment requirements. The current reassessment process was prompted by a lawsuit faced by the NAACP of Delaware and Delawareans for Educational Opportunity, highlighting inadequate school funding due to inconsistent reassessments. And a bill that would impact the political composition of the Wilmington Housing Authority is progressing through the Senate Housing and Land Use Committee with little discussion. Senate Bill 177, sponsored by Senator Tizzy Lockman, aims to allow more than 5 commissioners of the agency to be from the same political party, which is currently prohibited. The change is intended to address challenges in maintaining a strong and engaged board due to delays in filling vacancies and political affiliation concerns. The bill receives support from Wilmington Mayor Mike Przicki and Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer. The committee, dominated by Democrats, is likely to pass the bill as no opposition was expressed. The next step for SB 177 is consideration by the full Senate. Leadership Delaware, a nonprofit that shapes up-and-coming leaders in the community, is offering a unique 6-part leadership development series. It's an educational program for adult professionals of any age. The series takes a look at topics outside of the scope of the organization's traditional year-long program. Some of the topics that will be discussed is workforce communication, leadership and teams, and public speaking, among others. The program runs through June 27th through August 15th from 9 a.m. to noon in Dover. For more information, head to leadershipdelaware.org. A newly opened visitor center in Wilmington is right in the center of where visitors are likely to be. Now open and ready to serve them is the Greater Wilmington Convention and Visitors Bureau Visitor Center, just a few steps from the big cranes at Wilmington's riverfront. The visitor center at the Community Services Building downtown was closed due to budget cuts during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Bureau will still have its offices there, and visitors may still pop in with questions or get information. But the riverfront is now the main place where the Bureau will help visitors and locals. Knowledgeable staff members will be on hand to answer questions. Visitors can also get their official travel guide, road map, walking map, and lots of informational brochures on attractions around our area. The official address is 920 Justison Street, and hours for the center are Thursday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And before we go, the 36th annual Clifford Brown Jazz Festival officially kicked off Wednesday evening. It's the largest free jazz festival on the East Coast, and it's all happening right here through Saturday. The festival features a diverse lineup of jazz artists. Main stage performances will begin at 4:45 each day, and on Saturday they start at 12:30. Additionally, post-festival jam sessions will be held at local venues including Nomad Bar and the Wilmington Public Library. Street closures in downtown Wilmington will be in effect during the festival. The event is an annual tribute to the late jazz trumpeter and Wilmingtonian Clifford Brown and is presented by City Fest and the City of Wilmington, with support from various sponsors. For more information, visit cliffordbrownjazzfestival.org or follow the festival across social media. And of course, you can catch exclusive interviews right here on DETV as we are live at the festival each day. And that's going to do it for tonight's edition of DETV News. Make sure to like and follow us across your favorite social media platform and check out our website. That's detvch.com. With tonight's news, I'm Matt Ford. Lauren Wilson and I will see you right back here next week.